Well, welcome back, everybody, to the D&D podcast. You already know it's Dallas, and
Dante.
so we got a lot to talk about. A lot of stuff happened through this week.
Yes, we do.
Coaching changes, SEC championship, which is gonna be like 20 minutes. I'm just kidding. It's gonna be like 1 minute because it's just all LSU. That's all. But a lot of coaching changes, hiring, firing, switching, all kind of stuff, decommitting, committing, and Lane Kiffin, all in one.
Lord have mercy.
So, I mean, we could talk about a couple of coaching changes. Let's start with Lane Kiffin, I guess.
Oh man, I guess when you draw 20,000 people to a crowd, you might as well start there.
You would have thought Nick Saban came to Ole Miss because everyone was cheering for him.
Yeah. Old Lane Kiffin back in the SEC.
Yeah, he says he's going to be great. Yeah, just be good. He's going to want to be great.
He wants to be great.
Put him back on national level.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna go. Hey, I'm gonna go out on a limb right here on this show. Ole Miss will beat Auburn next year.
Auburn, he'll beat Alabama before he beats Auburn. He won't beat Auburn.
I'm going out on a limb. Ole Miss will beat Auburn next year.
No, they won't. No, they won't. Not with all the JUCO defense that we got coming next year.
I'm putting it out on a limb. That's my first tape verdict.
No, that ain't gonna happen.
You see?
That's just like it ain't gonna pull a Kirby Smart.
Hey, I'm telling you right now.
Did it, but Lane Kiffin ain't gonna do it.
That's my first prediction of next season. Ole Miss will beat Auburn. Do they even play? We should look that up.
They
We're gonna look
like
that
the
up.
fourth game.
We're gonna look that up.
That's who the first SEC opponent we play.
Where the game will be at.
At Ole Miss.
There you go, right there.
If they do, they're gonna.
If they do,
they're
you
gonna
gotta do a show and rant. If they do, you gotta do a show and rant.
Okay.
But yeah,
I ran on Chad Morris.
we're gonna talk about him a little later. But anyway, look, I like the hire. I think if you bring in his people, like who he wants to coach, it'll be a good fit. So I like it.
I do too. If he does beat Auburn, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, I would be mad, but it's Lane Kiffin.
He will be mad.
I like Lane Kiffin.
He will be mad. Believe me, he will be mad.
No,
He will.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Ole Miss will be Auburn next year. I guarantee.
Every time he says that, it don't go his way. By the way, I went undefeated in college.
Okay, we're not even talking about that. Yeah, he went undefeated. I didn't.
Overall record, the end of the year. We got 4 more games. We're gonna pick the playoff games, but that'll be it. And then national championship. But to end the year, 30-12 and
I don't know what it is, but the
25
papers.
and 25.
I'm like
and
20 and like, woo.
500.
Yeah, I'm right there. I'm above it, but I'm right there by it.
We need to have some guest pickers on for
We
the
do.
playoff.
We do. We do, dog. We do. Yeah, but that's about the only really good hire besides. Go ahead, Dallas. Jump right into that hire that Auburn made. Go
I
in there.
think that Chad Morris was a great hire. Auburn fans agree that if Chad does call the plays, if Gus lets him call the plays, it'll be a breath of fresh air for Auburn.
Stop right there. Everybody, Dallas, Auburn fans, listen to me when I say this to you. Chad Moore, Gus ain't giving up play calling. He just won the Iron Bowl. And he's probably going to win the bowl game.
Oh,
So
he ain't
why
gonna
would
let
he?
him.
So why would he give up play calling? And what is he gonna do?
Well, he's gonna be quarterback coach.
That Coach Bo,
He's gonna have
the last guy had that. You might as well just kept the last guy.
the last. See, the last guy was nothing more than just signal boy.
So what you hiring for then? That was just a waste of time.
That's what I'm saying.
He just got free money for a year,
I know.
and so you bring
Chad Morris
in.
probably did too.
So you
Chad
bring
Morris.
in Chad Morris to be the quarterback coach, but
and offense coordinator. That's his label.
Yeah, but put the only reason why Gus would do it because he's been friends with him for 20 years and he knows him.
Let him call it. Talking about let him call it.
Yes, that's the only reason why.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
but Gus is not giving up play calling. He did
If
that
Gus
already.
will stop being so stubborn, and if Bo's like, hey, let Chad call it.
Bo Nix ain't saying that. You think Bo Nix is gonna be like, hey, hey, you should let my dad call plays because he's a better play caller than you, Gus. And I won a couple of state championships. I went back to back with my dad, so you should let him call plays. Do you think Bo Nix is really gonna go to Gus Malzahn's office tomorrow morning at 8:00 and say, hey, you should let Chad call the plays and you should just be the head coach? What happened the last time he tried that?
7-6.
Okay then.
We went 7-6.
So
And
are you speaking for the Auburn
We went
fans?
to the SEC championship with Chip Lindsey. But Chip Lindsey was too good to let go.
I told Dallas a while ago, I like Chip Lindsey. I
Chip
really
Lindsey
did.
was
I
too-
really did.
Auburn has had some good OCs. But ever since Gus got there.
But see, the one thing about Gus is this, and all these Auburn fans will contest to this. Gus wants the credit too much,
But
man.
this
That's
is-
why he can't
this
give
is
it
the
up.
thing that Gus has to understand. The days of Spurrier doing it all is over. Like, I know Lane Kiffin's probably going to call him down there in Ole Miss. Unless he hires somebody that's going to shock people. But
I got a question for you. Is Ed Orgeron calling offensive plays?
Ed Orgeron is the LSU hype man. That's all I look at Ed Orgeron. That's all. Is he's the hype man. His staff is doing a great job.
So
Ed Orgeron is the
what you're
recruit and the
saying
hype
is,
man.
so what you're saying is Gus should be the hype man and he should let his staff do the job.
Exactly. If he lets his staff, the people that he gives them a title, do their job. If you were a boss, and you had somebody work for you who was the manager, you call them a manager, but you don't let them do their job. That's practically saying that they're just a worker, a staff member, and you're the manager.
Oh, I mean, I understand your point there, but Gus ain't giving up play calling. Y'all can forget about it. Y'all
I'm
can
not
forget
saying
about
he
that.
will. I'm just, me and all the Auburn fans are hoping that Chad will.
Y'all can keep hoping. Keep the dream alive, they say.
Even that guy on YouTube is saying, like, if anybody could take the play call away from Gus, it's probably Chad.
Okay, let's just say this.
Because he has influence.
Let's just play.
He has
Let's just play a
influence.
scenario. Okay, let's say Gus decides, well, I'm gonna let Chad call the plays. Like I told you a while ago, if I'm a defensive coordinator and I'm going up against Auburn, I'm just gonna watch the stuff he did at LSU, Arkansas, because that's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get, and you know it.
But this
So y'all,
I've
so
had
okay, so you,
debates with all
so
these
so you,
people talking
so
about Arkansas.
but Dallas.
Look at what he did at Clemson.
Clemson was 5 years ago, and you said it yourself.
SMU.
Offenses has changed. That was 10. That was way down.
Tulane, Stephenville, Texas, all
So,
that stuff.
so are you sitting here saying to me right now that look what he did in the past? When he what he did in the past, he can do what he did at Auburn.
Look what Gus did in the past. Can he do that now?
He lost his mojo now. Gus is trying to listen. Gus is trying to get his
So which
mojo
one
back.
would you want? Okay, if he's trying to get his mojo back, would you want him trying to figure out play calling, or would you want Chad to come in and then both? Would you want them both calling the plays? What would you want? One being co-offense coordinator.
That's practically what Chad is, a co-offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, but he's not gonna call plays. This is just me. If I was Gus, why you just didn't hire Kenny Burns?
He got good at Burns.
Let him be.
He's the passing game.
Okay, well,
coordinator.
make him the OC.
That's what I said. But because Cody's he's been rocking with me for years with Auburn, but I thought Cadillac Williams was a good hire as running back coach.
Okay, I'll give you that. But I mean, to me,
He has a good staff.
it just saying like you just hired your friend
But do you,
to just give him a job instead of him sitting at home collecting checks from Arkansas.
if
Just come on over here to Auburn.
if Chad Morris has a press conference, comment the link down below because I want to see that. I've been waiting for a press conference. I want to see Chad talk to people. Chad already released a statement saying that, play calling, blah blah blah. I'm ready to come to Auburn, Bamley, War Eagle, whatever. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. This
So
cramp is killing me.
Chad,
Stop
so
the video. Pause the video. So what is Chad Morris?
Chad Morris is gonna be signal man, signal boy. I
Okay, bro.
guess.
That's what all the Auburn
Quarterback
faithful hoping that.
And we hope we hope for play caller. I say he's gonna be.
He's not.
signal-
Gus is
signal
not
guy.
giving up play calling. So.
Anyway, next.
Yeah, let's move on from
Because
this.
Auburn fans look.
Let's move on. Sorry for the change of scenery. Okay.
So, Missouri hired a new coach.
Bad hire. I don't like the hire.
A Gus Malzahn disciple.
I mean,
Running the
he's
spread
got
offense.
what,
They
2
wanted
of his
to get-
coaches in the SEC now. That's pretty good. Trying to get like Nick
They wanted
Saban.
to get an offensive guy because their offense wasn't shit.
But I mean, Missouri. To me, they wasted a year with Kelly Bryant. You know what they could have been with Kelly Bryant, bro? You know what they could have been? Like a really doggone good
Should have
team.
went to Auburn, but
Ooh. I got a scenario about that, but that's for a later date.
and then Arkansas hired a Pittman from Georgia,
I could-
offensive line.
I
I
don't
was
know.
gonna ask you, what do you think about position coaches being a head coach instead of a coordinator?
I don't. Well, we already know they're gonna have a really good offensive line. I mean, Georgia's offensive line was really good this year. I don't know. I just don't see how that'll work out. I mean, Arkansas, they just picked somebody out of a hat. I think they kind of knew once Gus won the Iron Bowl, they kind of knew Gus was out because I think
Lane
Gus
was out.
Yeah, Lane was out. So
other
they
guy,
to me they couldn't go out and really get a bit. I really thought they should have rehired Houston Nutt, Bobby Petrino, because Bobby Petrino he would have came back. I was reading something, an article that said that he would have came back. Even Houston Nutt wanted to come back. I think they should have went out and got a coach like a former coach, or like getting a position coach is fine, but I just feel like they should have went out and got some like I was available. Let's just say that.
They did that because they already had to pay Morris. Well, they don't have to pay Morris now.
Exactly.
So I don't know why. But
I want to say one thing before we move on about the playoff. But whatever we're gonna move on to, for all the ads, when you fire a coach, give them more than 2 years. Like for real, and then just don't hire anybody. I like
they're interim.
exactly.
That Lunley, the guy I told you who was offense coordinator, he was the interim coach for
Like
2
for real.
games.
Like just don't make a quick hire and then you're gonna like Arkansas. I will guarantee you he'll be fired in the next 3 years. 3 years. I give them 3 years and they're gonna fire
I
him.
think the coach at Missouri, they'll be like 8-5.
8-5's a good number. You see all those Auburn fans, 8-5. As long as you go 8-5, you have a pretty good
I
year.
think Auburn hired Gus really quick too.
Wow.
They hired him right before.
I mean, you was gonna get
right
Bobby
after
Petrino
Yeah.
and then make it so
Sure.
bad. Oh, okay. If I'm Auburn, okay, I don't understand this. Why ain't you guys mad at the AD for not? Do y'all
We
y'all
are mad at the
forget?
80, that's why he ain't there anymore.
Do y'all understand that y'all had Kirby Smart in the bag?
I know that, but the AD, wanted somebody to be there.
They had Kirby Smart in the all they had to do is let this man coach the national championship.
I know.
game.
They put it on their website. Kirby Smart will be named head coach, and
Think about what
that's
he's doing at Georgia.
That's JJ.
Think about what he's doing at Georgia, man. Like, why are Auburn fans talking about that? They'll just forget about that.
I talk about it every day. That's why I want us to beat Georgia every day. Like, okay. Now we can go into the playoff.
Let's talk about that, man. Let's go ahead.
Got LSU at 1, Ohio State 2, Clemson 3, Oklahoma 4.
Uh-huh.
So, Oklahoma's playing LSU.
Yep.
Clemson, Ohio State. So, what do you think about those games?
You go first.
Well, Clemson and Ohio State. I think Dabo is trying to prove to everybody that they're here to stay, blah, blah, blah. I think Clemson can beat Ohio State.
Wait, we just talk about Clemson and Ohio State first?
Oh. Well, it don't matter.
Okay. I know why he's saying that. But anyway. Clemson and
Ohio
State. The reason why I'm picking Ohio State is this. Dabo, like, I understand what Dabo's going through, because Dabo is like, he's saying that we're the most, like, practically they're being disrespected. Like Clemson is being disrespected. You heard what Paul Feinbaum said.
I counted their record up, and they're 22-0 right now.
So
all-time record in college football.
Like they're like Clemson is being disrespected, and like I said, you know, if you're the champs, to be disrespected like this, you got to feel some type of way. And they're out to prove a point. I think if they do win, you know, it'll be close. But I'm picking Ohio State, you know, because I think Ohio State is just like what I saw from them for the past 2 weeks. Pretty much said, okay, they're gonna win the national championship. I think to me, like, when are we gonna start talking about Clemson the way we talk about Alabama?
I thought we've been talking about it like that.
No, because when Alabama loses, it's the end of the world. Is the dynasty dead and all of this, which I'm not finna get in all of that.
Clemson,
but
they're 22.
Yeah, but Clemson's gonna go through the same stuff with Alabama. Coaching turnover. Those coordinators are finna get gone. Those coordinators they got are finna get gone.
Yet.
I mean,
left ever since he got.
Yeah, but
the only people that's left when Dabo's been there is Chad Morris and Kevin Steele.
I mean, two people. I mean,
two people out of the.
They must have liked the ACC jobs that were open then. Ole Miss, Arkansas. They must have liked those jobs.
I guess they just get paid good. I guess.
Well, whatever Dabo was saying, they got them stand, but.
And LSU, Oklahoma.
Oh man.
I think Jalen's gonna have a good game. I think he's gonna go off.
Think he's gonna go off?
I think he's gonna go off, but it's tough.
Man, listen. LSU has proven. To me, like, they're winning games. I just don't like the strategy of we're gonna throw all over the park. Like I've never been a fan of we're gonna just throw the ball all over the park. I do it on the game because that's the game. But if I was coaching, I wouldn't line up and just throw it all over the park.
Cause then they gonna know you throwing it.
Exactly, and I feel like that benefited Georgia and Kirby. I thought Kirby Smart had a plan to be like, okay, you're just gonna throw it. This is what we're gonna do. And I just feel like
they were trying to blitz Burrow too much.
You think they was? Yeah,
they had him running for his life, but he just had some Johnny football type plays.
I agree. I think they did because, you know.
That's what Auburn did.
But do you think Oklahoma can do that though? Do you think Oklahoma can? But okay, if you say that, you're gonna have to play zone, and you're gonna have to give them time to sit back there and pick you apart. So which one do you want? To me, you gotta blitz him and run for his life and cover the receivers. I hope, like, and I know Oklahoma's going to be ready, but it's hard to go up against an offense like that, to be honest. I mean, that's just a good offense, but I don't like, we're just going to drop back and throw it all the time. Because sooner or later, like, David Pollack said something. sooner or later you gonna go cold, and you don't want to go cold at the wrong time.
Oh yeah, and see, Oklahoma already went cold.
Yes.
And they over that.
Yeah.
I watched that whole Oklahoma Baylor game, and they played good. Jalen didn't even play good that game, and his defense won the next.
That's what I'm saying. I
And the
agree.
running back.
I agree. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm afraid of. Is Barrow gonna go cold at the wrong time? Like that's the. And LSU fans are like, oh, he's not gonna go. Listen, sooner than later, you can only stay hot for so long, and then you go cool off. You start cooling off.
You see,
And in that Georgia game, he was cooling off a little bit because they was busting out those long yards, but kicking field goals, kicking field goals, kicking field goals. You can't kick field goals against Oklahoma. You just can't to stay in the ball game. You just can't. Cause I mean I'm picking. I don't. It's hard for me to rule against Jalen Hurts though. Like it's something like I'm picking Ohio State to win it all, but it's something telling me, hey, you better go with that man down there in Oklahoma. You better go with that man down there in Oklahoma.
I'm thinking about Jalen too.
Like it's like
I got a feeling that LSU's just gonna. I just got a feeling that Oklahoma's gonna show them something. I think Jalen's got something to prove, and he can't, like you said, can't stop a Harvard champion.
yeah.
And Jalen's already been in that shape.
Exactly.
Been there, done that.
Don't underestimate a heart of a champion. I'm telling you.
He came here to prove everybody wrong.
Exactly. Why do you think he came to Oklahoma?
Win champion.
To win a championship. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. All these LSU fans is overlooking Oklahoma. I'm telling you right now, I got a strange feeling that Barrow might go cold in this game. He might go cold in this game, I'm telling you.
Now Clemson, Ohio State.
Justin, like,
I'm already. I just.
are you picking, okay, I got a question. Are you picking Clemson because they've been there, they've done that, they know the moment, they know the big stage and how to play the big stage? Because all these other teams ain't been there in a while. Last time we see Ohio State was when Zeke Elliott was playing. LSU's new to the game, and Oklahoma is new to the game. So the only, like, to me, the only team that you like, people are Clemson because they've been here and they've done it.
Ohio State's been there.
Yeah, but they
They
one time
won it
with
the first
Zeke,
year.
and they got left out twice because they had bad losses.
I'm picking Clemson just because when they get to the playoffs, they're a different monster.
I
And
can
they
see
already
that.
showed it. I watched the Virginia-Clemson game. I thought Virginia was going to do something. They scored 14 points, and I looked back at the score and it's 6-3 or 14.
I said Dallas. I told Dallas, I said they're gonna put up 65 or something. They got close, didn't they?
63. I looked back at 31-7 at halftime.
I said they're gonna put up 60 down 5 on Virginia. They put up
They won
63,
63-14.
and that tells you something too.
They got those wide receivers from Alabama.
But
and all
the committee was like, look, there's nothing Clemson can do to get in the top 2, 1 and 2. There was nothing they could do. They was third, but the time ain't. Listen to this. Ohio State went down, or Alabama lost. Utah losing. That's the reason why they're in the playoffs.
But I just want to know why is the committee doing this now? When in 2014, all people said, "Oh, if you win, you're in," and then Clemson just ran through cupcakes and got in there.
Because
Why are they doing this now?
see, this is what I'm saying. Like all the committee experts, they don't know. To me, they looking at it like on the paper and stuff. Like you said, you can't use strength of schedule. They might as well throw that out, Dallas. Because you can't say strength of schedule. The one I feel like if me and you was on the committee, and I think we'll be more like, okay, what we see with our eyes tells you
On
a
the
lot
field,
more
they
than
do
what
on
you
the field.
exactly.
Because they could play Vanderbilt and lose to Vanderbilt. Anybody can lose to anybody.
And
no matter what.
exactly.
No matter what. I mean,
And I feel like now it's like, analytics.
Because that's what old football used to be about. That's why we talk about the Iron Bowl. That's why when everybody still, now to this day, when we talk about the Iron Bowl, it's like, it don't matter who's 12-0. Like, on any given day, you don't.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I told everybody that the Iron Bowl last weekend, 2 weeks ago, felt like old fashioned again because Alabama Auburn was just there.
And I needed to apologize because I did say the Iron Bowl meant nothing to me, and that changed my whole perspective on the Iron Bowl because it really did mean something. Like everybody talked about the Alabama LSU game.
Everybody talking about, and these rivalries mean stuff to the fans. Georgia Auburn, Georgia Tech.
That ain't been a game in years.
Virginia Tech. Like, I remember when Georgia Tech was like, they weren't even that good and they beat Georgia.
Yeah.
But
that year they went to Georgia and won, they shocked a lot of people, didn't they?
Yeah. I wish, and I think rivalries are gonna start getting back to that, like Mississippi State. Oh, Lane Kiffin's gonna have the upper hand now, probably. The only reason Matt Luke got fired is because that damn.
Yeah, that celebration.
That's
the really only reason
so
why.
Crazy.
But why would you do that? You win the game if you don't do that. Like, that's discipline, and that comes from the head coach. That comes from the head coach. Like, you gotta take, like, why? Like, think about it, somebody. Nick Saban will be cussing you out from the time you probably wouldn't even play no more if you did that at Alabama. You probably wouldn't even play anymore if you did that at Alabama. You'll be dismissed off the team for doing stuff like that.
And see, Auburn, they do the dancing around and stuff in the fourth quarter, but shoot, when it comes to the game, which I thought Auburn players were going to get suspended because they were throwing hands in the Iron Bowl. Everybody was throwing hands in the Iron Bowl, so.
Yeah, you fighting
Alabama, Auburn,
Yeah, we putting our hands up like, hey, it ain't us. It ain't us.
Walking over like, hey, you can't do this. But, yeah, I just think, back to Clemson, Ohio State, I just think Clemson's going to win. And then it's going to be LSU, Clemson, I think. I think Oklahoma's going to have a good game.
But
they might prove me wrong, but LSU, Clemson. I think LSU's going to.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like, listen, if LSU wins, it's because
Burrow's just
Burrow is. But if y'all think about this, LSU knew if they would have they figured out this. If we beat Alabama, there's no chance in hell nobody can beat us.
And Ed Orgeron.
And that's what he like. You say he's the hype man, but he knew in his heart of hearts, if I can beat Alabama with a really damn good football team, we taking off. We taking off. His motto, you know what his motto is? We coming. That's his motto.
I hope Gus can take that into next year. If we beat Alabama. If we would have beat Georgia, we would have took off. I mean, I know it's at the end, but I think so. For real.
Georgia, I told Dallas this. I'm gonna tell you something right now. They would have been in the conversation last Tuesday.
Because it's always Saturday. Like that. When we beat Georgia, we get so overhyped and we just beat Alabama. But they shocked me this year. It changed this year.
Because
we lost to Georgia, beat Alabama.
I'm gonna tell you this about Auburn's bowl game and why I think Auburn and the bowl game is gonna be good. I can make a case that Minnesota, they lost to who?
They're pretty. They're good.
Yes, but they due for a big win. They're due for a big win.
Minnesota?
Yes, they're due for a big win.
That's why I'm hoping. I hope Auburn don't look over.
They're due.
Like they did with UCF.
They're due.
With UCF.
They're due for a big win. And you know this team is gonna have something to prove. Like, we playing against a really good SEC school. They're gonna have something to prove. Same thing with Michigan. And Harbaugh is sitting on thin ice with them. Because I think after this year, he's gone.
If they beat Alabama, he's going to stay.
That's not good enough for me. You can't say, I beat Alabama. Look at Alabama's numbers on defense. Worst in third down percentage. They've been worse than old defense.
And you got Georgia and Baylor.
Georgia can't win the Sugar Bowl. They lost last year.
Virginia and Florida. In the Orange Bowl.
That's cool. I'm taking Florida, man. I listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you something about Florida right now. Florida, hey, we talking about LSU. Florida next year gonna be the favorites to come out. Florida might be the favorites next year. They might be the favorites. If they bring everybody back on defense and everybody back on offense, they gonna be legit. I can see them being a 12-win football team next year. With Dan Mullen in
Georgia.
That's the only team he can't beat is Georgia. And you said it yourself. It's been the same score 2 years in a row.
Yep. But back over in Minnesota, if everybody plays on defense, I think it's gonna be good. I think Bo Nix is gonna be.
That's the question now. I told you guys the question now
Chad
is.
Morris is in there now.
Well,
So.
Yeah, that too. But I'm gonna tell you this. This is a big game for Auburn because this sets you up for next year.
Because Gus has only won 2 bowl games ever since he's been at the coach. He's been in a bowl game every single year he's been the head coach. That's more than any other Auburn coach. Been to 7 consecutive bowl games. That's like a record. He's only won 2.
Well, he's got to get that up, though.
He's got to get those numbers up. 2 and 5.
Yeah, but
2
listen,
and 4.
listen right now. If you're gonna fire Gus, the next head coach
Chad
of Auburn,
Morris.
you're playing him. You're playing him in the bowl game. That's the next head coach for Auburn right there. You're playing him in the bowl game.
I wish.
You are playing him in the bowl game. If I'm Auburn, and if you fire Gus 2 years from now, 5 years from now, look at this. This is your man you playing right here. This is the guy you need to hire right here.
If Minnesota comes out and just waxes Auburn, hire that man on the spot.
Exactly. You playing your future coach, Dallas, and you playing your future coach. You are playing your future coach.
Auburn wouldn't be gutsy enough to go out there and get that guy.
Why?
They are all about tradition.
See, well, you need to break it.
That's what I've been saying for years.
Listen to me. What I'm saying is to you. Go out and this is your next coach. You're playing him in the bowl game.
Yep.
You're playing your. If I'm Gus and I'm looking at this and like, damn, that's gonna be gonna be the coach of Auburn the next 3 or 4 years after I'm gone, because you're not gonna. Your worst case scenario, give Kevin Steele the job. I would not go get this guy.
Well, that pretty much wraps it up because we already know Burrow's wouldn't happen. So
man, I got to vote in the Heisman. I'm not voting for Burrow. I'm just.
I hope Jalen.
Who thinks he win the Heisman?
Burrow.
He thinks he's got it because they say he's got like the majority of the votes right now because you can cast it in early.
I hope Jalen pulls upset and wins the Heisman. But
so if you have a vote, which I do, I'm a Heisman Trophy winner.
I would pick
from Alabama.
I'd pick Jalen.
Picking Jalen. I haven't turned in my ballot yet.
Like Burrow, I don't know. But that's all we got for tonight.
Yes, that's it. Episode 10.
Yeah.
And well, we don't know when we're gonna see you again for season 2. So
probably next championship.
Yeah, we might see y'all again in December.
And we're gonna start basketball, and we might have a couple of guest hosts on that basketball show.
Yes. Well,
that can break down some stats, some facts.
Well, we'll see you guys later on.
Peace
after
out.
Christmas. Oh yeah, hold on. Make sure you guys have a really good Christmas and a happy New Year. Stay safe out there. Stay warm, and for all the families and everybody that that are overseas.
And War Eagle.
Roll Tide for you Alabama fans, and
Go
Merry
Tigers
Christmas and all of that.
All of them.
From my family to yours. Roll Tide.